What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Agents of Rage. We are just two guys who love metal. We talk about our live metal experience, show you clips from concerts, and that's basically what you get from this particular program. My name is Ren. This is TD. This is episode 35. Thank you very much for tuning in and just seeing a couple yahoos talk about metal. But since the last episode, which we did a few weeks ago, I've not gone to any shows. I've got Michigan Metal Fest coming up in just about 2 weeks. But TD, you have had the opportunity to see a show in the last 2 weeks. What was that? What'd you check out?
Yeah, I went checked out with Special Agent Woody. Went checked out 6 Feet Under, Kataklysm, Wormhole, and a local band called Barbarous at the Cornerstone Berkeley. Actually, it was Monday night, last a few days ago.
Good
It was
time?
a good show. Yeah, had a real good time. Per the usual, the merch was a little thin on larger size shirts, but it was able to get me something I liked, so that worked out well. But it was good. Yeah, I had a real good time. Never seen 6 Feet Under. Somehow never seen them before, and they put on a great show.
It was my first time too. Yeah, I saw them a little while back. First night of the tour at the Sanctuary in Detroit. We'll have a show where we'll feature some of that music. I had never seen 6 Feet Under. Dug it. You know, the lead singer is older than I thought. I mean, they've been around, I think, for a lot longer than I thought. But they still brought it. Kataklysm was, for me, just incredible. So good. I really hadn't heard of Wormhole. Enjoyed them. Very intense death metal, but very melodic as well. Very symphonic in some ways. Yeah. And you saw a local band. I saw a local band. It's great when everything comes together like that. We'll talk about that particular show in an upcoming episodes. But tying in the first night of the show, that kind of relates to what we're doing tonight. So we're going to talk about our experience at the Killswitch Engage, Machine Head, Iron Reagan, and Havok tour. Iron Havok. And they were at the Fillmore, Detroit on the opening night of the tour, June 3rd, which is I went. So we're going back to June. And TD went on June 27th to the last concert of the opening leg of the tour, which was at the Warfield in San Francisco. So just overall, TD, as we get into this, when you think back to your experience at this particular show, what do you remember about it?
I thought all bands were great, but it was probably the best Machine Head show I've ever seen. I don't know if it was the set list or the performance or both, but it was definitely the best Machine Head show I've ever seen. I think it's like the 5th or 6th time I've seen them, and it's definitely the best.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them several times now over the past several years. They're touring a lot, which is great. And every time you go, they deliver. There's no question about it. So good. Just in your face, crowd participation, the whole deal. Rob Flynn is just a master at, kind of leading a band. I think he really sets the mold for how you should do it. So, had a great time. Havok was unbelievable. Iron Reagan, never seen them. Got a chance to experience that, which I loved. Of course, Machine Head brought it. And then Killswitch Engage, does, what they do. It's a little more mainstream metal, for if we're being honest about it. But, always solid and always have some good anthems. But let's start the show with Havok. Okay. So Havok is, for those that don't know, an American thrash band formed in 2004. They're out of Denver, Colorado, kind of that modern thrash metal, technical thrash. They were called part of the thrash metal revival scene of the late 2000s, alongside bands like Municipal Waste, which has a correlation into this show, and Warbringer, all bands that we love. And, these guys are just unbelievable, and I love them. I'm going to get your thoughts in just a second. Havok came out first in Detroit. Did they come out first at your show?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Okay. So they came out first, and again, these guys kill it every time. So let's check out a little bit of Havok. Opening track from the 2011 album Time Is Up. TD, what do you love about Havok, specifically seeing them live? What was your recent experience?
I love their energy, their music. It's fresh. It is the new generation of metal bands, and they just bring a lot to the show. In fact, I was pretty excited because actually, Special Agent Woody, we both got hoodies from them and Machine Head hats. So they had some excellent merch, and they had all the sizes, which is pretty cool. But it's always good to see them. I've been, I don't know how many times I've seen them now, quite a few, but they've been touring around here for a long time now. It seems like about a decade, but they're always great to see. They never let down.
No question. I loved them. They played their single Fifth Generation Warfare. That's from their upcoming album. But just a band that's keeping the thrash flame raging. You know, the band has a new guitarist. His name is Brent Reichterfig, who is check this out, graduate of the Berklee College of Music with a Bachelor of Professional Music. So he plays in the thrash band Psychosomatic, and also in the and also in the fusion death metal projects like The Mindful and Portend. Yeah. So definitely check out those bands if you've not heard of them. We're gonna get one more shot from Havok before we go. So let's check that out right now. So that's the number one single from their 2017 album, Conformicide. So you need to see Havok if you are a true thrash fan. Tell them, TD.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They never let you down. That's for sure. They're an awesome band.
Yeah, they're great. So let's move on. And our next band out, the shirt I'm wearing tonight, Iron Reagan. So Iron Reagan is American crossover thrash supergroup. They formed in Richmond, Virginia in 2012. And if you think they sound like Municipal Waste, well, here is why. So Tony Foresta, the lead singer, also is the lead singer of Municipal Waste. Phil Landfill Hall is the guitarist. He was a bassist for Municipal Waste and formerly of Cannabis Corpse. Adam Gilliams is on guitars. He's from a band called Morbicon. And then there was Paul Dr. Guitar Burnett on bass, formerly of Darkest Hour. And Ryan Parrish on drums, formerly of Darkest Hour, and also Mammoth Grinder, which I've never heard of, but that sounds intense. Mammoth Grinder. So this band, Iron Reagan, has been gone for a while. They just disappeared. Came back with a new album. It's called Demonetization is the name of that. And so check it out for sure. It's really good. This was my first time seeing them. Had you ever seen them before, TD?
Yeah, I've seen a few times. I actually have an Iron Reagan shirt with Ronald Reagan on the front. And that created some issues with the band because they're anti-Ronald Reagan. And the fans thought they pro Ronald Reagan. So right. I still have the shirt too. It's pretty old though. It's been, a decade plus since the first time I saw them, but they're good. They're it's a typical, like a hardcore band, like 2-minute songs, blows through it right. onto the next. And the singer is very engaging with the fans. He's an outstanding lead man.
Yeah, no question about it. He sounds a little like Sam Kinison.
He does actually.
He's great.
That's good.
That's yeah, exactly. So that's awesome. So let's check them out now. And they had some instructions talking about the lead singer before they started.
So when I say circle pit, it doesn't mean everyone awkwardly looks to each other. That was really fucking funny. Everybody goes like this. Y'all good? I know it's early as shit, but we got a big night ahead of us. You ready for it? Are you ready? Let's fucking dance. This one's called Mini Lights. Are you still with us?
Well, there you go. Little Iron
really
Reagan
good
for you. That song, Mini Lights.
The entire show.
Yeah.
They pieced that together, those bands, perfectly.
Yeah. Agreed. It was a perfect show. Mini Lights is from 2014. Their outstanding split EP with Exhumed is where you can find that track, and it's really great. Check out that EP. And you know what, TD? We just don't get enough like crossover thrash anymore, but it still hits.
Yeah, definitely does. But you're right. There was a time period when that was a big genre, and it's kind of sort of faded away a bit. I like it though.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. We're going to finish out with one more Iron Reagan old school track. So from back in the day. This one's called I Won't Go. So, guys, go check them out if you get a chance. Iron Reagan, Municipal Waste, they're definitely burning that flame for crossover thrash. We saw Gamma Side, which was a classic crossover thrash band from the 80s. We saw them at Hell's Heroes, which was cool. I haven't seen them do anything since, but I'd love it if they went out and toured. It'd be great if we can get a crossover thrash tour with DRI included. It would be amazing, and it would be off the chain, and I would be there right away, no question about it. So, all right, we're going to move on to Machine Head, and one of the rare times they're not headlining a particular tour era that big, but it didn't matter. They always bring it. So let's check them out, and then we'll talk about them. So that song from their 2022 release of Kingdom in Crown, Machine Head, Choking on the Ashes of Your Hate.
Great song title.
I mean, I love that. I love when a band really just goes deep on their title. But what did you think of the California show? I know you already said it's probably their best performance. Maybe you can go in a little bit as to why you thought it was their best performance.
I think that they were just. I think the set list. I think just the energy. Every time I've seen them, they've been a headliner or it's been a show,
Right.
just them performing only. And I don't know, maybe because they had to do an abbreviated set list to be because they're not the headliner. Then maybe they just picked some really good songs and were really tight that night. I mean, that could be it.
Tight, no question about it. It's the best way to describe them. Just tight, flawless. Pretty much out there, just delivering. The song that and they just get better and better. These guys just get better and better. I know some of the parts change, some of the band members change, but as long as Rob Flynn is up there leading the charge, it's crazy. So to check out one more Machine Head song, of course, this song hits TD. He loves it. So do I. Locust to finish our Machine Head talk. So from the 2011 album Under the Locust, Machine Head is just a great band to see live, period. And that song is always on the set list. And you want it, There's anthems that, and that's when you're a great band, when you have anthems that people are like, you've got to play this one. I don't care what else you play. Make sure you play this. Yeah. Locust is one of those songs for sure. All right, we're going to finish up with Killswitch Engage. And, this is a band who I really liked them when we saw them at Incarceration in 2024. Machine Head at that particular fest too. They were really good. What's your thoughts on Killswitch Engage overall?
I actually had seen them at the Warfield before again, which is part of it. It's a good place to see a show, especially kind of like the angle of your videos. We were probably just a tad lower than where you were sitting at that. Right. Our angle is a little bit lower, but it's a good. You can see the whole stage though, and Killswitch. I guess what I like about them is they've got some catchy songs, and then they've got some just metal songs, and so they've got a mix. And I like that the singer he's another great front man that he just really engages the crowd and knows how to mix engaging and playing the music and not too much of one or the other. And so I think they're outstanding performers. I don't know his name. The tall guy that plays guitar that bounces up and down. He's another entertaining guy in the band as well, and it just it makes for a fun show to watch.
Yeah, I mean, again, if Killswitch is just doing a show, will I buy tickets? Just and if I'm not really familiar with any of them, probably not.
No.
But I will, but I will say when they're super smart to, have a tour, just power band it out with, Havok, which is, for a lot of hardcore thrash band love. Iron
Mm-hmm.
Reagan's got kind of a cult status, so it's like, oh yeah, I want to see them. Machine Head, of course, is Machine Head. It's like, yeah, I want to go see that. Absolutely. So Killswitch coming on, and doing that and kind of orchestrating this whole thing is hats off to them. They know what's up. So, they're great. So phase one of their tour, I see them at the start and you see them at the end. Jesse Leach, who founded the band back in 1999, the lead singer that you were referring to, he left for many years, but then came back in 2012. And, he just got, as you said, he's very engaging. He just kind of jumped off the stage, like right off the bat, just to sing right there.
Yeah, you picked a good song there to record too. That's one of their better songs.
Yeah, no question about it. They call that song's called Fixation on the Darkness. Yeah, really cool. They've got an album that came out in 2025 called The Consequence. So check that out if you're a Killswitch fan. And this is a bit I recorded from a song called Aftermath. So check it out. There you go, little Killswitch.
Yeah.
And by the way, I do want to say this. The merch setup for Killswitch Engage was beautiful in Detroit. They had their own merch table on multiple levels. So on the mezzanine level where I was, they had their own merch table. So it was... they had a big one in the lobby, but they had everything that I wanted, at the merch table in the mezzanine. So I bought a Havok shirt as well. I had to get that, so I got that. But yeah, it was beautiful, and I think you said they had plenty of sizes for what you needed, and that was a month later.
Yeah, they prepared well. Yeah, definitely. That's the downside to wearing a double XL and catching a tour near the end is you got to buy your shirt first thing and then figure out how not to drop it for 3 hours or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the good news is I knew they were going to have a decent stash even for you because they've got a big second phase that is, I think, already launched for this tour. So they're stocked in merch, and they made sure that. But so, a great experience. And, again, for metal fans, merch is a big part of our experience. Obviously we want great sound. We want to see a great show, but we want to be able to, if
It
you
is.
like something, we want to be able to get it in our size. We don't think we're asking too much considering we're paying $60 or whatever for a shirt. So, any final comments on the show before we get out of here, or anything you want to bring up?
No, but we me, Hegedus, and Special Agent Woody, we finalized a bunch of shows. We've got Wasp, Devil Driver, Jeff Tate, Metal Church, whole bunch of shows coming up. Bunch.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, yeah, that's right. How could I forget?
Iron Maiden, yeah. Yeah, man, that's cool. All right, guys. Well, that's the show. We want to thank you so much for watching. Support the metal community. Go to a live show. We're going to see you next time right here, and we'll have much more to talk about on the Agents of Rage. We will see you guys. Thank you so much for watching.